Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I did my shooting today. I actually shot my Taurus G2C. I figured that since the rounds cost like $15 for 50 ammo, I said let me use this 50 sparingly throughout the month, because initially I was doing like every 2 weeks, and it was okay when I had the money, but like life, you gotta cut down on stuff in order to survive, and that is what I have done. But still shot it. Took me a second to get my hands used to the power. I was like, oh shoot, that slide really is back, versus the Phoenix arm don't have any recoil, or not very little recoil. But anyway, it felt good to shoot that. When you shoot your weapon, that's how you become one with it, if you believe in that type of thing. Very much, less lethal is my next thing today. I'm gonna do that a little bit later. I'm gonna shoot my Umarex HDB, give it a little bit of love. My Umarex HDX is sitting up. I need a part to put the ammo in, but I think I can makeshift something in order to slide the ammo in. It looks cool. I mean, I'm not going to lie, Umarex HDX looks cool. I mean, you cannot tell me it doesn't look like the real thing. Just can't. If I see that at nighttime, I'm not going to, because I look at like what my real guns and look at my less lethal, and a lot of it looks the same. You can't tell unless you just look at the front and like, that's a 40, 45, that's a, nobody's thinking that way. But anyway, I had interesting yesterday. I had this, I love Broadway plays, and I saw a West Side Story here in the Kansas City, Missouri area, and I saw this car, and I guess they were mad I was crossing the street or something. The only way for me to get to the other side was across the street. There's no light there. So you clearly in a car, and I'm just walking the street. So anyway, this person yelled up some obscenity and drive off. And I personally can't stand cowards. If you gonna say it in the car, say it to my face. Say that's kind of how I'm raised, but that's not the age that we live in, nor is that the age, that's the mindset that you should do, because that's a sure way to get yourself hurt or killed. So a little bit of me like, okay, I raised my hand up like, okay, and kept it moving. But in this very coward generation that we live in, it's to be expected. Yap the hardest, and then as soon as you get in vicinity or out the car, you don't hear nothing. But anyway, people are crazy, and you just leave it at that and go from there. But anyway, I shot my Taurus, and that felt good in my hand. My HDB, I can't shoot it like a shotgun, even though it's not. So I'm gonna have a little fun with that today. But one thing a lot of people may not know, but this is something that I'm big in. I love Westerns. I'm big in watching Westerns. I watched the new Kevin Costner one, Horizon, Chapter 1. And I'm not going to leave the spoiler, but when people was talking about mixed reviews, I liked it. I thought, the West was not fair, anyway, I was watching this. I love documentaries too, and I was watching this thing that was, I think, on the History Channel called "The History of the American Old West." And I mean, for God's sakes, I have what do I have? A Heritage Rough Rider. You know, I mean, I feel cool. I have the very thing that they were using in the West. You know, but that was kind of cool watching the West and how they just took the law in their hands. But it's also an example why having the law in your own hands is not good. You watch a lot of the Westerns and you this, but people with mental health back then had guns, so they could easily be schizophrenic. But everybody owned guns, and a lot of innocent people die with no really justice. And wherever justice it wasn't enough. So it's just that was just a very tough time. I mean, up to gun regulations that happened in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, more particularly the 70s. It needed to have some type of regulation to kind of make sure you can make sure that the guns can go into the better hands than it should. It's just a tough thing when it comes to who, when people say who have guns and who shouldn't. That's like an age-old battle of, should rights be put on to people, or people should have the right to do what they want? It's an age-old battle. You can go back and forth. Also, like online relationships and dating. It's not a day. I have friends that have put posts what men should be doing. Then the other side was like what women should be doing, and it's just as long as there's people, you'll have that information. So you just got to do what's best for you. But anyway, my grouping in my shootings is a lot better. Really kind of understanding more kinetics, but at the same time, it's easy to do it at a range where you take your time. There's no pressure. Imagine there's a crisis, or there's a situation where bullets are flying. When you have the same command, and I'm gonna be honest, I probably won't, because I'm not used to it. And even though I'm more used to self-defense, and I have literally taken down several people. I probably estimate about 15 people when I was really doing it, of all sizes, just taking them down, or assist taking them down. It's never the way you planned it. It's never the way you planned it. People just not gonna willingly let you put them in maneuvers. So even me now, I'm like, I definitely have cut that back, and I definitely don't do that stuff. Then I have injuries from doing that stuff, and then on top of my martial arts, and then on top of me working out, and then on top of just me just living, everything gonna wear down. You're not gonna be the same as we in your 20s. in your 40s and 50s, everything begin to kind of need repair a little bit, and I'm no different. I know definitely my needs. I need some repair work done. But you know. But anyway, it's been a pretty good weekend as far as lethal and then less lethal. I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you I'll be shooting my Umrex and having fun with that. But it's a good time. So, all right, have a good one.